Hello everyone, welcome to Career Exploration. I'm going to be walking with you through the steps to get your journal and download a copy of that, and how to submit journal number 1. So as I go through this video, feel free to click pause at any step so you can do what I'm doing and follow right along with me doing this so that you'll have it done by the end of the video. So here is the home page for Career Exploration. And if you go down to week 1, it's going to jump you into the modules for week 1. And there's the assignment, study, and report. There will be something like this each week. When you go into study and report, it will give you a nice overview of the class, before class, during class, after class. So I'm going to focus in on this journal section here of completing Journal 1. This jumps you over to another module called About Your Journal. We're going to go there and look at those instructions to get your journal downloaded. So here we are. It's a Google Drive journal. So you're going to have a copy and you're going to share access to your copy with your instructor through Canvas, and we'll show you how that's done. If you need support with Google Drive, you can look at this information. The instructions for getting your journal are right here, and the link that's being shown right here is how you click to get your journal. It's basically a one-click deal. You click on that. It asks you if you want a copy of the journal. You go ahead and make that copy, and then it will put a copy of that document in your Google Drive. All of you have access to a Google Drive through BYU Idaho. You might have your own Google Drive as well, so this will show up in your Google Drive. So now we're on the introduction page of the journal, and we would encourage you first to customize the name of your journal by replacing copy of with your last name. So I'm going to do that real quick. Secondly, once you've done that, you can go over to the share option here, and in share you can look up the name of your instructor or put their email in here, and it will then share the access to the document with them. So my information's already in there, but we'll go ahead and just type, if I'm your instructor, you can type in my name or my email, nilsong@byui.edu, or your instructor and you want it to be at byui.edu. Once you've put that in, go ahead and you can put a message or just go ahead and send that access. Now we're going to be able to coordinate between you and the instructor. They'll be able to look at your work when you submit it, and you'll be able to do your work in the journal. So let's get started on journal number 1. Some of those instructions are also included here on Share Your Journal with Your Instructor. So if you're in your journal, you can look at those written instructions as well. Let's go to Journal 1. Anytime you click on these menu items, it'll jump you straight to that journal for that day. So on day 7, you can come back and link directly to that. So once you click on day 1, or journal number 1, you can do the work of the journal. You can see what's expected in this table at the top. And journals are due, for the most part, the day after you have class. So when it says due this week, it means the day after you had class. And there's 2 questions in today's journal. What did you learn in class? And here's where you would write something you learned and enjoyed in class today. And secondly, there's a question about what is your why for being here, your why for BYUI. And we had a great discussion about that in class as well. So what did I learn in class? I'm just going to write, I enjoyed the guy who sang with Michael Jr. And you'd go on to expound on that. Why did you like that? What did you learn from that? We want to hear more than just, I liked class today. We really need you to put some notes there. If you've taken any handwritten notes during the day, you could put an image of those right here. You could submit that. So, or copy what you have and put it in here as well. Once you've done the work of the journal, then you go back and click on journal number 1 again. And if you notice, this URL just became a unique link directly to journal number 1, and that's what you're going to submit to the instructor through Canvas. So copy that link, then you go back over to Canvas. You're going to need to go back to the module for Study and Report Week 1. And at the top of that, I already made one attempt at this assignment. I'm going to make a new attempt, and you're going to submit a website URL, that second tab. Paste that in the box there. You can make a comment to your instructor or ask any questions if you want, and then submit the assignment. Once you've submitted that link to your journal, then your instructor is going to be able to look at it and do the grading on it, and that's it. So glad we were able to go through those steps, and I hope you've been able to follow along with me and do those steps. Next week, the only difference will be if you save a bookmark to your journal. While you're here in your journal, save a bookmark. So you can use the star if you're in Google, or another way of saving bookmarks in different browsers. But save a link so you can get back to that each week. And then when you go to the journal for that day, let's say day 5, then do the work. Then go back to journal 5, click it again, and that's what makes this link unique. And then you'll submit that link for that day. So that's how this works, and we look forward to reading your responses and learning with you in career exploration.